What is happening, people, and welcome to today's video where I'm very happy to announce that I've officially released the RPM program, the reps per minute program over at neversate.com. If you guys remember, just a couple weeks ago when I released the Power Builder Lite program, I told you guys that this would be coming out in just a couple weeks, not like a couple months, because so many people asking about it, and the comments on the Power Builder Lite video were just filled with stuff about the RPM, and I get asked about it literally every single day. And the reason why so many people are waiting for this program to come out, because it is the first program. This program's been out for years, but it is the first program that I've ever written that its main focus was about body fat loss, and just so happens that right now seems to be body fat loss time of year. Also though, because it is all on the clock and a lot of like every minute on the minute stuff, it's a lot of opportunities to get under the bar and work your setup, your walkout, your cues, your technique, your form, all those things. If you do this correctly, you should walk out of this program with much better technique. Your conditioning is going to go through the roof, and this is also a great program that's kind of like a bridge between heavy things. So if you guys have ever done heavy things and you finished a really heavy program, you'll know that a lot of times your body's just screaming at you saying, no more heavy stuff. Do not put a heavy bar on my spine again. And for a lot of people, they get kind of stuck there, just trying to go heavy to heavy to heavy, and sometimes taking just a little half step back with something like this 9-week RPM program where it is full body. So like if you feel beat up and you don't feel hit it that day, or you don't push hard that day, it's really not a big deal. This is supposed to be kind of a bridge between things, whether you are cutting or you are just kind of getting your body ready for the next big thing. When you come out the other side of this program, you should theoretically be leaner. Your conditioning should be through the roof with great work capacity. Your technique should be better. Your bar speed should be better. You should be more explosive. And your body, your spine, your soul, and your CNS should be hungry and ready for heavy stuff again. Because it is my birthday week, if you guys are interested in giving me a gift, this is actually the 13th programming ebook that I've released. So any of those, if you guys went for any of those, all of them are 25 bucks over at neversate.com. And the other thing that's going on right now that I'm doing a ton of, that is probably my favorite aspect of this entire coaching thing right now, are consultation calls, where you guys give me a call, and for an hour we talk about, if you're stuck at a fork in the road with your training and you don't know where to go with it, or if your nutrition just isn't working out, or some people will send me a bunch of videos and we just sit there and talk about their form and pick it apart and do things. It is completely worth it. It's 60 minutes of me just giving you so much stupid information in an hour that you're not going to know what to do with. If you guys check out anybody who has had a consultation call with me, they will tell you the same thing. It is well worth the time and the money. But for right now, because of the RPM program, what I thought I would do is just go through a basic day with you, walk you through it, and give you an idea, because it does look a lot different than what one of my other normal programs does look like. All right, so just open up the program here. We are on the second day of the first week. So if you guys check it out, you have a lower body focus of squats. Now, you'll see that up top in parentheses there, it says that it's light. That is your intensity. You'll see that the lower body focus for the day is light, the back focus for the day is medium, and the horizontal press focus is heavy. So your intensity is going to undulate throughout the week, throughout the day, and all of that is taken care of for you with the percentages. As you can see there, it is an EMOM block for 10 minutes, every minute on the minute, where each minute you're going to do 5 to 6 squats at 40 to 45% of your 1 rep maximum. Now, again, you can do a little bit of play there. If you're feeling better, you're going to be doing 6 reps at 45%. If you're not feeling as good, you could do the absolute minimum. But let's just say, for instance, you are going to do 6 squats, right? The minute comes around, you do your 6 squats, that takes you 20 seconds. That means that you have 40 seconds left to either rest, assess what you did well with your form, what you did bad, get your mindset, recover, and then get back to it. Or if that seems really easy, say you're doing 40% and you hit 5 reps, it took you 10 seconds to get those reps done, and now you have 50 seconds and you're standing around looking around at people being bored. That is not what you want from this program. If things seem a little bit too easy, you can always add a core exercise, an oblique exercise, an explosive exercise like a burpee or a pull-up or something like that onto this minute, so that it is challenging for you every single time. It doesn't need to be every single minute. You could do some sit-ups every other minute. Just continually make these sets as hard as possible, so at the end of the 10 minutes it is absolutely brutal. So once you get done that 10-minute block, then you move on to your back, right? Now, again, since you're looking at 4 to 5 reps at 50-55% of your 1 rep maximum on the pen lay row, you basically are going to load up the bar, do a set or two, get up to like 50-55%, whatever you want to do that day. Then you're going to start the clock and it's going to get going. Now, the fun part about this program, if you do it correctly, is that you have to answer the bell. The same way like Rocky sitting across the ring from Apollo in all the Rocky movies, just waiting, the bell rings and he's got to stand up and go. This is going to do the same thing to you, because sometime if you were doing correctly, adding extra stuff if you need to, or using the weight correctly that you should be using, then this program is going to be extremely challenging because the clock doesn't lie, right? Like that minute's going to seem to get shorter and shorter and shorter, and you're going to have to be able to adapt to it. Now, at some point, typically somewhere between rounds 4 and 6, your brain's going to start talking to you to tell you that those weights are too heavy, there's not enough oxygen in the room, and there's no way that you can possibly keep up this pace at this weight for any more time, and you're going to want to quit or you're going to want to drop those weights. And I would tell you, just calm down, take the remainder of the minute to rest, and then decide if you want to answer the bell. Because just like Rocky across from Apollo, something happens. When you have a 10-second countdown and you stand up and you're just deciding whether you're going to answer the bell or you're going to quit, somehow you can always find a little bit more for 1 more minute of your life, 3 more reps, whatever the case may be. Making that decision 40 times every single training session does something to you, and whatever you decide to do more of, whether it be quitting or persevering, is going to become a habit and start bleeding over into other areas of your life. This is such a fun program, and making that decision makes all the difference in the world because the clock never stops. Anyway, back to the program and your next 10-minute block, which is going to be your horizontal press focus, and on this day, it's a heavy bench press. So you're going to be doing 3 to 4 bench presses every minute on the minute for 10 minutes at 60 to 65% of your 1 rep maximum. Now, it is important to note here that later after like the first week or so, I give you the option for different types of variations if you choose to do them, like a deficit deadlift or a close grip bench press, or whatever the case may be that just addresses common weaknesses in the main mover of the lift. Now, you do not need to do them. You can absolutely just stay with the conventional lifts, especially if you're a power lifter. That might be your best move. But if you're someone like me who gets a little bored with just the 4 movements, then you can do a bunch of variations and it's a little bit more fun. However, I know most people don't know what 65% of their 1 rep maximum Zercher squat is. So if that is the case, then you can use the 10 minutes almost like a ramping situation, right? So say you're supposed to get up to 60%. Well, when you start your first Zercher squat on your first minute, it might be too light, so you add some weight. Second minute's a little heavier, third minute's a little heavier, fourth minute's a little heavier, and you start assessing and you tell yourself, you know, that's probably about a 6 out of 10. Well, then you can either stay at that weight for the remainder of the reps, or you can manipulate it throughout the entire 10 minutes, going up, going down, doing what you need to do so that every single set is as challenging as possible. As long as you keep good form and your bar speed stays relatively good, then you can manipulate that weight and make each 10-minute block as challenging as possible, especially if you don't know your PR for a certain variation. Anyway, after that, you finish up with 10 minutes of a conditioning block where, again, it's just the basically same stuff. Look, the entire program is basically 4 10-minute blocks every single day. Every single day covers your entire body. So if you miss a day, it's not a big deal. It's not too hard on you. I think the heaviest that it might go up to is like 75, 80% over the entire program. So your spine doesn't really get loaded. So you should be hungry, ready, and just raging for heavy weights after you're done this. And hopefully for all of you that are looking for the body fat loss aspect of it, this will be helpful to you. So, like I said, guys, it is my birthday week, Friday the 26th. I turned 43, so if you guys did want to give me some sort of gift, $25 ebook really fits really well. Or also, like I said, I really enjoy doing these coaching and consultation calls because I get to meet you guys, and I can't tell you how cool it's been to, I never knew what my audience really was like, but it turns out it's a bunch of people that are actually really interesting and actually very like-minded to me. So it's been really great getting to know a lot of you, and if you guys trust me, those calls are absolutely worth it. Ask anyone who has been part of it. If you guys have done a consultation call with me, please leave in the comment section down below. If you liked it, you didn't like it, say whatever. But yeah, I thank you guys so much for absolutely everything, and I am excited to have gotten this program out to you guys. I promise more videos are going to start coming now. I do have a good bit of kind of family medical stuff going on, so that's why I've been a little bit more sparse, as well as writing this book for you guys. So I am happy to have it out. It is such a relief every single time I bump one of these up and just put it on the site. So if you guys are interested, head over to neverstate.com, pick up one of those or some other ebook, or email me at neverstate@gmail.com for the consultation call if you are interested in that. So I thank you guys so much for absolutely everything. This has been so cool. I will catch up with you later in the week. Until I do go out something amazing in my life, keep working hard, people. Be nice to each other. A lot of work.